dogs, it's amazing how far they can stick their tongues out. Like, amazing. Hey, come on.
Okay.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Common Running Mistakes. Cameron Garver here with Melody Bateman. We are here at the beautiful Bear Canyon trailhead. Well, not trailhead. We're up the trail, overlooking Bear Canyon. You can hear the water rushing down below. Pretty fun spot. We just did one of our hikes, and we are here to give you one of our favorite common running mistakes, which is not doing enough descending training. So a lot of runners, especially here in Utah, where all of our races seem to be big downhill races, wind up getting pretty beat up coming down these big hills. And so doing the right type of descending training is really, really critical for keeping your knees healthy and for making sure you don't beat yourself up and have a bad race. And so let's talk some of the essentials of downhill training. One of them is definitely you've got to get enough time in on your knees, right? Mm-hmm. Just getting enough time coming downhill and improving your technique and whatever else. Mm-hmm. So with your racing, I mean, you've done quite a bit of climb, but for every climb you got to come down.
Right.
Yeah. What has been the secret for you?
Well, my advice would be to train downhill just like you train uphill. Like you want to slowly increase the amount of climbing you're getting in every week, just like you want to slowly increase the amount of descending you're getting every week. I'm not a big fan. I mean, sometimes these runs where you drive to the top of the canyon, your friends drop you off and you run down. I mean, that's a good way to get some downhill training in. But if you're not already doing a lot of downhill training and you're just going to go do one of these runs for fun, right. Not a good idea. You're just going to wreck your knees.
Right. You just beat yourself up.
Right.
So I think of it a lot of the same way that we do speed training. You don't speed train by going and doing a long run as fast as you can. That's not how you speed train, right? You speed train by having the dog go and drool on Mark while he's holding the camera. So there's nothing he can do about it. Sorry, you didn't catch that on camera, but that was pretty awesome. You speed train by doing short bursts of all-out maximal speed, right? So that you're increasing your capacity at the high end of speed. Same thing for descending training. By going up and driving up a canyon and doing a huge downhill run, like your body's not ready for that. And so you just beat yourself up really, really bad, like Melody was saying. So instead, I would actually recommend doing some shorter downhill training at first with more intense bouts. So you build up your capacity. So when you do a longer downhill run, it's in the middle of your capacity instead of right at the edge for a long period of time. So I would even recommend doing like speed work. We do a lot of speed work uphill. We do very little downhill speed work. So do some downhill speed work, even with a weighted vest, but just shorter distances. Some sprints or things like that with a weighted vest so that you're increasing your capacity to bear that load of the downhill, pounding that you can take. And really work on your downhill form as well. Being able to absorb that load, keep quiet footfall so it's not like really loud. Yeah.
You do want to be careful of doing speed work downhill. Obviously, like go as fast as you're comfortable and work up your speed. You don't want to just send it and trip down a rocky hill, right?
Yeah. So definitely be careful.
Yeah, you want to be careful. Another thing to help just build up your bones and tendons and joints and get them used to that kind of impact is weight training and like plyometric drills. So lots of bouncing, box jumps, kind of agility work. We can talk about that more later in another video. But kind of plyometric drills will be helpful in
definitely
getting ready for that kind of running too.
Yeah, so downhill work is a lot of eccentric loading and very dynamic eccentric loading. So definitely like box jumps down, things like that, where you're practicing that really is going to help build up that resilience, that tolerance, and make it so that, again, the running is in the middle of your capacity instead of right at the edge. Mm-hmm. So anyway, there is your kind of common running mistake is definitely not doing enough downhill training or doing downhill training where you're increasing your load more than your load bearing capacity and just wind up beating up your knees, not feeling very good. So keep those knees healthy and safe. running really is good for your knees. So keep on running, keep moving, just do so in a way that's smart and helps lead to success. Thanks so much for joining. Make sure to like, follow, share, subscribe, and give it to a friend that you know is struggling with their knees or that has a big downhill race coming up so that they can train right and stay healthy. Definitely catch us on the next episode.